Nathan, guess what?
What?
We are live. And
I
guess what else?
I can feel it. When we go live, I feel it.
Yep. When we go live, I wet my pants a little bit. That's how I know we're live. This is also how I know we're live. We are live. And guess what else? I threw a little maraca shake there at the end. Nathan, welcome.
That's such a festive, happy intro.
It is. I just like how it shows us wearing similar outfits and different outfits.
Yeah, that's the best
Yeah.
part.
I agree. Oh yeah. And also the word outfit is superior to the word clothes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, here's a tip from me to you and our one viewer. Well, I want to see a man uncomfortable. Compliment him on his outfit. You will be able to see the record scratch happening in his brain.
Yeah,
Love your outfit, bro.
I feel like outfit is more specific than just clothes general. I don't like a lot of general terms. Like it really it bothers me like on a visceral level when
Yeah.
people say like, "Do you want some more food?" I just don't like the word food there. It's just like, no,
Well, in theory, yes, but there's a lot of things that could qualify as food.
yeah, you
It's
need to be more
like,
specific there.
here's some bugs. Like, dig in. Yeah. I also don't care for that. So Nathan,
Yeah,
guess what? Guess what else? That's going to be the recurring theme. All of my setups for today are going to be, hey Nathan, guess what?
tell me.
Um, we're going to email Jamie Dimon today.
It's about time.
It is about time. Yeah, it's about time he takes a break from trying to communicate to our president through media appearances, and he listens to us for a change.
Yeah, we're calling the shots now.
Clearly.
And oh, what shots we have to call.
Yeah. So for those of you who didn't hear last week, we decided we were gonna we played Business Master and we charted a path to overtake the global financial system and in the same swoop integrate the dash of sexiness into banking and finance when we acquired Hooters.
It's been sorely wanting a source of sexiness in the baking industry. So
Exactly. Yeah. That's the one every time go to the bank to deposit my rent check or whatever, they ask me a survey and I'm like, wish this entire exchange were sexier.
why are your shirts not tighter?
Why is my shirt not tighter? Why did I not bring a sexier flair to this banking experience?
I wore the
Really,
short shorts. I don't know why you guys couldn't do the same.
I know. Yeah, I'm doing my best. I'm carrying a lot of water for you, JP Morgan.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so we're gonna make the bank experience sexier, and we're gonna write an email to Jamie Dimon. So Nathan,
Wasn't there something about Santa Claus too?
oh yeah, that's right. What was the part about
We
Santa?
like we moved to operation to Australia and discovered that Santa Claus lives there
That's
and
right.
he's ripped.
It's buff, sexy Santa.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so yeah, we discovered Santa that would live there, and it was Santa that we rode on his sleigh. And hang on, let me go back and read this. This okay, as we overtook Australia, we uncovered a certain government secret, specifically Santa is real. He lives in Australia and is super hot. We team up with Santa and our hot banker girls and boys and go on a barnstorm tour of the world on Santa's sleigh, leveraging patented hot Santa magic to overtake the world economy.
There you go.
And the way ChatGPT responded to that was in all caps, global, festive, financially flammable, which that makes sense to me. And they put in between fire emojis in all caps. Santa is real. He lives in Australia. He's absolutely shredded.
Indeed.
We've talked about this a lot, Nathan. When people say that you can't get good output from ChatGPT, a good craftsman never blames their tools.
I agree 100%. And as such, I believe we should utilize it to craft some images for our emails.
Oh, I agree. First, let me so ChatGPT recommend I had ChatGPT do some research to see if there's any headwinds or tailwinds we can capitalize on as we email Jamie Dimon. So, one, they're recommending we appeal to JP Morgan strategic headwinds. So, the current risk is traditional banking equals boring AF.
Okay.
Gen Z and millennials distrust legacy finance. They want vibes, values, and something to post on TikTok. Good angle. Risk, margin compression.
Is he
Interest
also
rates.
maybe one of his headwinds is he's on the naughty list?
Oh, yeah.
He's been getting coal for the last few decades. So
Yeah. I'm gonna write this down. Headwind. Jamie Dimon. Naughty list? Question mark. We got an in with Santa. We can give you that radio flyer you've been angling for the past. How old is Jamie Dimon? 1,000 years old.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe that's his rosebud.
I really want to believe that bankers have like a rosebud type thing, but it's like really upsetting. Like he wanted to murder his nanny or something. Like that's all I wanted for Christmas was to kill my nanny.
Yeah.
Is that's too much for a young rich boy to ask to commit murder?
You ever see oh, what was this? I think it's just called Fat Man. And
Mm-mm.
it's kind of a Christmas movie with Mel Gibson as Santa Claus. It's like
Mm.
a
I heard of
cranky,
it.
cranky old man, crazy man. Walter Goggins plays an assassin in it. And it's this kid who
Really?
like he keeps hiring this like hitman basically to take out like his competition at the school science fair and stuff. To, like threaten him, and then he like he's on the naughty list, so he hires the hitman to go take care of Santa Claus. It's like not a great movie, but there's some fun stuff there.
I mean, the premise is rock solid.
Yeah,
Like, I like it kind of is like it takes the premise of the Santa Claus one step further, where it's like, I will actively murder Santa Claus
yeah.
and I will become him.
And it turns out Walter Goggins has his own beef with Santa and has been like collecting information, like trying to track him down for years and stuff. So he's like immediately on board with this murderous child. So
I love this movie premise.
yeah, I watch it. I think the last like 2 years I've watched it at Christmas time. I was like, this is the kind of festive holiday movie I can get behind. So
That's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah. The other thing, like that the whole Santa Claus murder thing is like, well, I'm going back to the Santa Claus again. It feels like it's the musing of a psychopath who's asking himself the question, if I kill you, do I become you? He's like, what is the safest way for me to explore this concept in mass media? I know, Santa.
I think holiday movies have primed us to believe that's true. Isn't that how Tim Allen got his Santa Claus powers?
Yeah,
Just through the murder of
exactly.
Santa Claus.
That's what I'm saying. It's like some screenwriter was like wondering, like, if I kill that guy, will I become him? No, that's way too far-fetched for me to explore in a traditional movie script. What if it's Santa, though?
Yeah.
Then it's fine. Yeah, I feel like that premise is wasted on Santa, though. I feel like it could have been done with a lot of other different ones, like Easter Bunny.
Or my neighbor.
Exactly. The Dennis Claus. It's like, sorry, I'm your husband now. I killed Dennis. Right here in this agreement.
Ironclad. I have become him now.
Yeah. Time for me to attend the homeowners association meeting where I'm going to become the president. Oh, murder. Okay. I like the idea. So going back to JP Morgan, I do like the idea of his headwind is that he's on the naughty list.
Yeah.
Okay, and I like the idea of vibes based. So, some of the trends we can leverage, experiential banking, brand-driven finance, creator economy. We're building the first bank where influencers are the product team, attracting top talent. I mean, I guess we can do a partnership with like the OnlyFanses of the world. That could be something.
I suppose. Yeah.
Might get too sexy.
Yeah.
Um, So let's think about this. So headwind, Jamie Dimon, naughty list. There was another idea that I wanted to put in here. Influencer culture, the product team. Oh yeah, we need to add in a threat. We need to add in a threat to this.
All of our
And
best
I,
business ideas include threats. So,
too. I mean, there has to be. You got to have the carrot and the stick.
you know,
Yeah.
we'll
So,
expose his past as a Hooters boy under the stripper named Jamie Diamond.
it's
We found out his shameful secret.
Peter's boy, and also his stripper name,
Yeah.
Jamie Dimon. That's very good. Jamie Dimon. Listen, I want my regulars to know where I landed, but I don't want it to
Yeah.
diamond. I like that. Okay. Oh, that reminds me. I hate to shift gears on us so quickly. Maybe it's something that we come back to later. I was just thinking to myself if there's a way for us to weave Dan Pena into this. Did you see the email that Dan Pena sent out when the Pope died?
I did, yeah,
Is it okay if we take a brief interlude and read that together?
for sure.
Okay. God bless. Because I just feel like there's some layers here that I was having a hard time grasping on my own that we could just look at together. Okay. So here we go. Just a brief interlude here to talk about the Pope.
And of course,
So,
the $1 trillion man.
exactly. Dan Pena, the $1 trillion man, registered trademark. I am extremely saddened to bid my final farewell to the Pontiff, Pope Francis, who passed away today.
So excited.
I know. It's like he's congratulating him on his bat mitzvah or something.
Yeah. Also, I wish I was a $1 trillion man and could afford so many commas.
I know. He's just sprinkling them about like so many gold coins.
Yeah.
As many of you know, I have become closer to the Catholic Church in recent years under his papacy.
Is every single paragraph ends in an exclamation point.
He's so excited to tell you about the Pope's death.
Dan Pena
Uh,
may be a rogue Christmas elf that has escaped and just very excited about everything.
I know. It's like, if were it not for the all caps, I would think it was a rogue elf intern who is just really insecure about what they're writing. It's like, I don't want them to misinterpret what I'm saying. So exclamation points so they know I'm excited to write them right now. Um, this is my, these next two lines are my favorite. I had hoped to meet the Pope later this year when I returned to the Vatican to receive another award, having recently been knighted by the Catholic Church.
I was not aware that the Catholic Church had knights.
Maybe he's referring to the Knights Templar.
Yeah, I thought all they had was like the Swiss dudes and like the funny pants or whatever.
Maybe maybe he had a stroke. Who
Possible.
knows? We need to look this up as well. Hang on one second. We need to pause here. Research this. Does the Catholic Church issue knighthoods? Is that the word knighthoods?
Yeah, I guess. And is there a way to write an email that says you're extremely saddened, but still end the sentence with an exclamation point?
Yeah. All right. Actually, I'm just going to ask them to. He's the Laird of Guthrie. Hang on one second. Analyze this.
The Order of Saint John, Knight of the Order of Saints Maurice and Lazarus.
And Lazarus?
They got Lazarus too?
That states you are sad.
Admiral of the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
I wonder how many of these are like like mail-in awards where it's like you just
Yeah.
like draw a picture of an owl and send it to them and they name you the serving brother of Order of St. John.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. ChatGPT has now given me an analysis from a factual and stylistic perspective. Factual accuracy check. Pope Francis, who passed away today. Oh, this so ChatGPT, like we might want to look at this because ChatGPT is claiming that the Pope's alive. Okay. So we do know the Catholic Church does issue knighthoods, such as through the Order of Saint Gregory or the Order of the Holy Sepulchre. However, verifying whether Dan Pena has specifically received such a knighthood will require a reliable citation or news release. Okay. Style and appropriateness. Typing the entire message in all caps can come off as shouting or lacking tone sensitivity, especially in a message about death. So,
That's his trademark, though, is shouting and tone insensitivity.
I know, that's what he does.
Yeah. That's how he became the $1 trillion man.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't get you don't make the trillions through question marks or semicolons.
No,
God no.
it's commas and shouting.
Exactly. You bully your way to trillions. So, specifically about exclamation points with sad sentiments, using exclamation points after expressing sadness is stylistically inappropriate. Bad news, Dan Pena. Okay, let's
I
say
didn't
revise
realize he
this.
was Sir Daniel Stephen Pena Sr., which of course implies a Daniel Stephen Pena Jr., and I need to meet that guy.
I asked ChatGPT to revise to be more offensive and it refused to do it. But yeah, I agree. We need to read Daniel Stephen Pena Jr. I mean, that poor guy. Like he's
Yeah.
probably locked up somewhere. He's in some kind of like man in the iron mask situation.
Yeah, he's definitely like in a tower in Dan Pena's castle. So
He is. No one must see the source of my great shame. Dead Pena Jr., possessor of only billions. I need to find out more about this. Hang on one second. We got to figure this out.
yeah.
What is this title? Does Dan Pena really have it?
And how can we take that title for ourselves?
Carry out deep research and determine how we could have that title.
We will usurp his title.
Yes. All right, it's doing some searching for us now, Nathan. Honorable Colonel. I wonder if it's that mean this begs the question. Could we be dishonorable colonels? What would that look like? I think it would entail mostly mustache twirling, a jaunty hat.
I assume you become a dishonorable colonel by spelling it with an R.
That is that is
That's the one thing they
dishonorable.
will not stand for.
Okay. So the title Admiral in the Great Navy of the Commonwealth of Kentucky is a whimsical honorary commission, often bestowed as a humorous counterpart to the Kentucky Colonel. Despite Kentucky being a landlocked state, this title has been used to recognize individuals for their contributions in a lighthearted manner. God damn it.
So they're making fun of him. He's a colonel the same
Yes.
way that Colonel Sanders is a colonel.
Yeah. Yeah. Like in a foghorn leghorn type way.
Yeah.
So, yes, Dan Pena has been commissioned as both a Kentucky colonel and an admiral in the Great Navy of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. He lists those on his LinkedIn profile. Um, okay, one more question. Is it possible to be a dishonorable colonel? How might that happen? I do like the idea of with an R, like a popcorn kernel. I am a dishonorable colonel. Oh, this is stupid. Misuse of title for personal gain, public misconduct or criminal behavior,
That's
loss of
poor.
recognition. Yeah. let's get back to our letter to Jamie Dimon.
Yeah.
All right, but thank you for that brief interlude. I've been looking forward to that for a while now.
Yeah.
Okay, back to
There's
business.
something about the kind of person who watches the news and finds out that like somebody died is like, how can I make this about me?
How can I let
Quick to the
everyone
email.
clickety clack, clickety clack? I need everyone to know that one, I was about to meet that guy, and two, I'm really excited that he's dead.
Yeah. I'm so sad.
I really wanted to meet him, but alas, that was the part I liked the most. Life has ways of throwing you curveballs. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, he died. Like, isn't that the ultimate life curveball?
These are my most sad and respectful exclamation points.
Yeah, these are my ennui points.
Yeah.
All right, so back to Jamie Dimon. So, not Jamie Dimon naughty list. We can get him off for a price. And the threat, exposing his past as a Hooters boy, and what we want, unfettered access to his bank vault where
Or
we
money
can
bin.
swim, where we can swim
Yeah.
through golden coins, a sea of golden coins unfettered. In a old-timey bathing suit, full body bathing suit.
I'm still looking for one of those
Do you still have the picture that I drew?
somewhere. Yeah.
I was really proud of that illustration.
That's one of the best ones ever. I scanned it at one point.
Really?
Yeah. This hollow eyes and sunken chest.
Each element of that drawing was a choice. It was like, not only are they going to know the garment you're looking for, they're going to know the spirit that the garment captures.
Yeah.
All right. Unfettered access to the bank vault. We want, hmm, anything else that access to the world's largest financial institution would grant us?
Uh, Cared for Rudolph.
Yes.
Can't forget that guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do that. All right. And I would also like, I mean, didn't they did if you're a global banking magnate, crime doesn't apply to you, does it? The rules of right and wrong that adhere to most people. So
Clearly not.
yeah, so we need to be free of crime,
We
free
want
from
some
the bounds.
literal get out of jail free cards. We know you have them.
Jail-free cards. Be held responsible for crime. Also, we want creative new crime ideas. Because I feel like rich people have ideas for crimes that we haven't even begun to fathom yet.
That's true. Yeah, this could be our in. He could be our business partner in crime. So
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, we know we're good at crime, but we could be better at it. Send us your crime ideas at Nathan and Landon do business at gmail.com. Okay, well, new crime ideas. Okay. Let's do one more thing.
and
Um,
I know you get this a lot, but we need to ride that JP Morgan Chase blimp.
yes.
We've been eyeing it for some time.
Yeah. All right. Tone of voice. Um, let's think about this for a minute. Tone of voice. We want it to be hmm, Carnival Barker? No. We've already done that before, I think.
Maybe.
Let's just see what the beats are first.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Dear Jamie, we hope this message finds you well, hydrated, and unaware of the seasonal shift in your public image profile. Unfortunately, our records and Santa's very real, very jolly surveillance apparatus indicate that you, sir, are currently on the naughty list for the following infractions: attempting to out-hot Santa via yacht ownership. Don't care for that. Denying golden retrievers branch level executive positions. Unexplained deletion of your Hooters boy employment history, codename Jamie Dimon. I like that.
Yeah.
But don't worry, we're not here to judge. We're here to negotiate. What we want: full unrestricted access to JP Morgan's gold vaults, to bathe in wealth like morally ambiguous Scrooge McDucks. We will bring our own vintage striped bathing suits. I think that I must have put a typo in here because it says one military grade parrot to replace Rudolph as sleigh captain.
What? Oh, instead of carrot.
Yeah, I did a typo. Oh,
That's fine.
I like the parrot though. Um, Permanent get out of jail free status. We're simply too charming to serve time. We propose a loyalty card model. 10 crimes equals one free. Come on, do better, ChatGPT.
Yeah. It's not how that works at all. We all know that.
Exactly. Yeah. Creative Crime Advisory Role, TM. We'd like quarterly briefings from your risk team on bold, futuristic crime opportunities. For example, insider trading in space? Question mark. Yeah, I feel like ChatGPT is gonna have some limitations there when it comes to crime ideas. I think
Yeah.
they're gonna make it more whimsical and not actually more devious.
Right.
Yeah, access to the JP Morgan Chase blimp. It's now called Skybank Alpha, and we demand a martini bar and a hot tub in the gondola. What? Okay, it's fine. Okay. What happens if we don't get it? We regret to inform you that unless the above terms are met within 72 hours, the following truths will become headlines. Jamie Dimon was a Hooters boy. Exclusive photo spread. For some reason, the term Hooters boy just
Yeah.
tickles me to no end. Jamie Dimon, the pull, the power, the passion. CEO's hidden past. That's good. Breaking. Costanza declares JP Morgan CEO morally naughty, but spiritually salvageable. Not bad. You have the power to turn this into a moment of historic innovation. Let's make banking hotter, freer, and slightly more illegal in a safe, consensual way. Awaiting your enthusiastic surrender, Nathan and Landon. Um, okay, it's a start.
Yeah. We haven't talked at all about how we're taking over the business bank. We're just like blackmailing him with his pasts.
Exactly. Okay, let's say, okay, great start. Let's make the following edits. We need to intro by summarizing our recent overtaking the global finance system and our and how we're making it hotter by Hooters ladies, Hooters boys and girls.
Yeah.
That also gives credence to the idea that we would know his Hooters boy past.
Yeah. We have access to the Hooters HR files now.
Having access to the Hooters archival vaults. Buried deep in a mountain in Mount Hooter. This big boob-shaped mountain.
Yeah.
Just one boob. All right, so we need to do that. Overall, the letter needs to be scarier, um, eviler.
Maybe it's written from the voice of um like a nuclear engineer who can't go into too much detail, but heavily implies that there's a ticking clock on the situation.
Heavily implies taking clock. All right. Okay. You are receiving this message because our recent hostile hot takeover of the global financial infrastructure has been both successful and irreversible. Our reformation of banking norms, underpinned by Hooters-inspired branch staffing, Santa-based monetary policy, and airborne economic dominance, has been fully implemented across 87% of the world economy. That's a solid start.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. We now operate from within Mount Hooter, a sealed strategic data vault buried deep beneath international waters and reinforced with chicken grease and deeply redacted agreements. Within those flameproof archives, we found you. Subject, Diamond, Jamie, codename Jamie Diamond. Role, Hooters boy, 1996 to 1998. Special skill, tableside mortgage approvals.
Wasn't he like 40 at that time?
He was still paying off his student loans.
Yeah.
He was bank CEO by day, Hooters boy by night. Oh goodness, that is great. Oh, the shame.
So many secrets we've discovered in the annals of Mount Hooter.
My favorite part, allow me to compliment my own joke. My favorite part about that is the lack of plurality in the word Hooter.
Yeah, that's the best part. Just singular.
Mount Hooter. And it's underwater for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's an underwater mountain. No, that can
International
occur.
waters. That's some supervillain level layer right there. So
A mountain under an ocean. Oh, only Hooters could pull that kind of thing off. That's why they went bankrupt,
yeah,
maintaining their undersea Mount Hooter lair.
yeah. And the
Okay.
earnings call, they spent a lot of time talking about that undersea layer.
Is this necessary, guys? Yes. Hmm. That'd be really funny if the entire Hooters thing was just a way of like acquiring and maintaining international like security assets.
Yeah,
Listen, Jamie, it's like they're CIA ops.
yeah.
Mossad gets all their agents from Hooters.
That's why
Oh,
their
good.
training regimen is so rigorous.
Exactly. Through the looking glass.
Yeah,
Okay. So, and then we go, it says, Jamie, the optics of this alone could depeg the US dollar from reality itself. Your immediate situation. We know what you've done. We know where you've danced. We know the real reason your 2008 testimony was redacted. More importantly, time is running out. There are elements in motion I'm not authorized to describe. Nuclear level, synchronized clocks, ticking. Not bad, getting better.
yeah,
I said imply, not overtly state, but
yeah.
we'll do what we can. Terms for silence plus survival. Unfettered vault access. We demand entry to the JP Morgan gold reserves. We will swim through them. We will splash. We will emerge sparkling. Do not question the suits. They are vintage. I'm going to keep this in here because I think it's so funny. Parrot acquisition. We are reassigning your drone security budget to purchase one elite talking parrot. He will replace Rudolph. He will be called Compounding Larry. Do not interfere. Not bad.
Compounding Larry. All right.
His brother Compounding Gary. They're twins.
Yeah.
Larry and Gary. Creative crime access. We want a seat at the idea table. You will brief us monthly on emerging fraud technologies, tax loophole architectures, and frontier embezzlement. If you think money laundering with snow sounds absurd, you haven't thought hard enough. We have. That's much better.
Yeah.
Blimp. We want the JP Morgan Chase blimp. We want to rename it Skybank Alpha, park it over Davos, and fire cannons loaded with sleigh butts at world leaders. Martini bar required. Hot tub non-negotiable. If you do not comply within 72 hours, the Hooters archives go public. Jamie Dimon, assets and attire, hits the cover of Business Insider. Santa himself will testify. And the parrot talks. Oh, Jamie, the parrot talks.
That's good.
It's very good. This is your only off-ramp, Jamie. The heat is rising. The bells are jingling. The world is watching. Tick, tick, tick. Respectfully, Nathan and Landon.
That's not quite what I was picturing with the nuclear engineer angle, but
Yeah.
I think it works.
Yeah, I think it
I thought it
works.
was, I was thinking more of like our, you're typing like stream of consciousness where it's just
Oh, yeah.
like, oh, like something's going on over there. I gotta,
Let's try this one more time. Let's give it some feedback. Let's look at this. Let's rewrite this with the same tone, but assume the author is actively managing a nuclear crisis
yeah,
and stream of consciousness interrupting the flow and then getting back on track. Clear the situation is becoming increasingly out of control as the email progresses. All right, here we go. This isn't the time for niceties. The core's unstable and containment is holding for now, but I need to get this message out before the next cycle breach. All right, here we go. You've likely heard the news. Global financials infrastructure has fallen. We did it. We rebranded banking itself. All major financial systems now operate on a framework of Hooters-inspired frontline staffing, Santa-based magic liquidity models, and charm indexed interest curves. The world is now running on hotness and roasted wings. That's great. You should have seen the Zurich pivot. Economists wept. This isn't just theoretical anymore, Jamie. You felt the heat, and now we come to you. It's pretty good.
yeah,
While inside Mount Hoot, I like the original one better, actually.
yeah. I think the original intro was better.
The original was way better. I was like, within those flame-proof archives, we found dot 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 you.
Yeah,
All right, let's see here. Yeah, this isn't that great, but everything's fine. But it says, while inside Mount Hooter, beneath layers of legal insulation and wink sauce, we uncovered files that should never have been surfaced. I don't know who archived them. I don't know why they were encoded in glitter, but I saw your face. Jamie Dimon, Hooters boy, known alias, the closer, special tray, approving subprime loans while balancing a tray of jalapeno poppers. Loud mechanical whine, brief pause. Okay, reactor coolant is restabilizing. We're back. That's funny. No, 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 no. Yeah, I think we should just send the original one out.
yeah. Let's roll it back.
All right. Rolling it back. Oh, we need to get some images in here.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, here we go. Let me copy this really quickly. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead. Open up a document here, Nathan. Banana, banana,
You may proceed.
banana. Oh, it's telling me, is it, can you hear me when I sing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Zoom just played a message indicating that I was playing music, but I'm not playing music. I am the music.
I got the music in me.
Okay, so
Should we
let's
start
open
an
up.
acapella slash beatbox band?
Yes, we absolutely should. Hang on 1 second. I need to do one quick thing.
I call beatbox. I'll be practicing while you do that.
Okay,
Cats
please
and
do.
dogs and cats and dogs.
Here's a letter we wrote. Okay. Great. Okay. Make image. All right. First image is being generated, Nathan. Oh,
Excellent.
also, this is a nice thing for us to talk about while the image is being made. I just got an alert on my computer letting me to that know that tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, I'm already planning a large celebration
See?
using mayonnaise, filling my kitchen sink.
What a what
That's
a
traditional, right?
exactly the traditional sink full of mayonnaise
Yeah.
because Cinco Gary's coming to your house, and if he doesn't see a sink full of mayonnaise, he will cry.
He's gonna beat you with bamboo. What is it? Bamboo reeds? I forget the lore exactly, but
Exactly. He'll cane you.
yeah,
Oh no, it's making an image of the letter itself. Actually, this isn't that bad. Okay. All right. I'm like deeply intrigued at what's being made here.
I don't know what you're seeing. So
I know. It's like rendering bit by bit. Um, so let me show you this. I'm really upset at how much like me this looks. Okay. All right. Let me show you what this looks like here. So here's the letter.
it looks a lot like us.
It does. Yeah, it's deeply upsetting to me. Um, yeah, so we had the little Mount Hooter logo there. It feels like the setting needs to be sexier.
Yeah,
Yeah, great start. While we've nailed the dark secretive nature of Mount Hooter, it also needs to be sexier. Can we try that? All right. Um, oh, pardon me. That's one of the hazards of live broadcasting is you get to hear me burp.
it mostly muted it.
Okay. Thanks, Zoom. Yeah. Also, it did me real dirty about how bald I am. Like, while I am balding, not that much. And
Yeah,
also, look how sad I look.
I like our jackets though. We got these sweet velvet Christmassy jackets.
Yeah, we do. Look how shocked you look. Oh, it can't make a sexy image. I'm just going to say it needs to have more Hooter elements.
More hooterific.
Okay. All right, this is one of the downfalls of the new Chat GPT is no matter what you do, it takes for bloody ever to make an image. I want them
Yeah.
sloppy and bad, and bad on purpose. While we're waiting, let's look at other aspects of letter we want to. I think what we really need to have here is an image of Jamie Dimon as a Hooters boy.
Yeah, for sure.
That is really what's needed here. So we need to make this,
Yeah, it could be
and
an old Polaroid that we found attached to his HR record.
oh yes, okay, great. Now we need Jamie Dimon. It's a Hooters boy, styled Polaroid affixed to his HR profile. Oh, here we go. All right, this looks terrible. I love it. You look like Matt Berry. Oh,
Father.
so this is funny. I look like I have Down syndrome now. Let's go ahead and I think it read our minds here because we have now have Jamie Dimon here as a Hooters boy, and my eyes my eyes are going out of focus as I pass out from the shock. And you are looking very Matt Berry-like here.
Yeah.
A Hooters boy is a thing that actually existed. Yeah. Photo should be of him in action, serving wings and sass.
Not forgetting that he was 40 years old at the time.
He was 40 at the time. All right, this is good. I look so dumb. All right, they're making that picture of Jamie in action. I asked for an image of Jamie Dimon as a Hooters boy serving wings and sass. And I also am assuming that he is 40 years old at the time,
Yeah.
which I think is critical to this. I would also like to get a picture of this, of us swimming in the JP Morgan vault.
Yeah.
Permission to generate, Nathan.
Generate on, Landon.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is turning out even better than I thought it would. It's still rendering, but if what I'm seeing now is really special.
Nice.
Oh my God. Great. Okay, here we go. It looks just like him.
Yeah. Yeah. This is why I will always defend AI art.
Is that okay? Oh goodness. This is art. Look at those arms though.
Yeah. It's got those pythons.
Jamie Dimon is swole, man.
You got to be
He-
a Hooters boy. Sometimes the
Yeah.
ladies go by Hooters to get a little beefcake with their wings.
Little banking beefcake. That's what they call them.
Yeah.
Jamie Banking Beefcake Diamond. I just am picturing like a gaggle of middle-aged ladies walking, just going into Hooters. We'll have that one.
Yeah.
The lighting on that's perfect. Okay, here we go. We got a great image rendering here, Nathan. I can already tell. We're like melting the GPUs over at Chat GPT for the greatest cause of all.
Yeah. Future generations will pay for what we're doing right now, but it's
Oh
worth
yeah,
it.
it absolutely will. Ah, apparently I overstepped my bounds. They told me that I violated their policies. I'm going to say Hooters employees,
Ah,
servers, men and women. Okay, great. It started the image. I could see it rendering, and then right when it got to the Hooters boys and girls, it stopped.
it chickened out.
Yeah.
Get it?
Wh-
Chicken. Never mind.
I get it. The other thing I want to believe when I said Hooters boys and girls is that like there's a Hooters boys and girls club that Telly Savalas is the spokesperson for.
Yeah. It's an after school club that gets at-risk youth and funnels them into the Hooters organization.
Telly Savalas is really enthusiastic about it.
Yeah.
Come and join the Hooters Boys and Girls Club. Kojak supports it. Oh, it's happening. It's rendering. If this thing stops now, I'm gonna be so upset. We got to get Telly Savalas in here now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that was the case for you, Nathan, but every time I rented a VHS tape in the 80s, there was always a Telly Savalas Boys and Girls Club PSA at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Ah, it stopped. Damn it. Okay. I think it's because I had Jamie Dimon in it smiling. I think they're Jamie, like an alarm bell went off in Jamie Dimon's bedroom. He's like
Yeah.
somewhere out there. People are making really embarrassing images of you. And he like smashed a button and then it stopped.
Yeah.
Because it was rendering like a super accurate likeness of Jamie Dimon. Um, and then it finally stopped as soon as it got past it. Um, at a certain point, Nathan, I'm going to have to hang this up because, to use my business terms, I do have a hard stop.
Get a heart out.
I got a hard out, which is a oddly sexual way of saying that.
Yeah.
Don't care for that one bit. All right, it's doing it. Actually, I'm going to show you. Let's see how far it gets before it stops. All right, here we go. Come on, old-timey bathing suits. Let's go.
JP Morgan. All right.
There, that's you, you Matt Berry looking some bitch. That's my New Year's resolution, Nathan, is to call people some bitches more often. Where's our old-timey bathing suits?
Yeah, well, I appreciate the velvet jackets. Like that's not an old-timey bathing suit.
And there's no Hooters elements at all in here.
No.
Oh well. Yeah, ChatGPT is just not doing as well. Here, I have an idea. I got a much better idea. Okay. Make a series of image prompts where this letter can be used in Midjourney. Let's really just speed run this, Nathan.
Yeah.
All right. You got any other tales to tell me while I fire up the old Discord?
What if we could switch off of 4.0 and use one of the older models?
It doesn't let me. It always all the image generation goes through that now. They got tired of people making fun of them, I guess, for its yeah. Midjourney can get us unhinged. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Okay. This is great. We are doing great work here, Nathan. Okay. The nice thing about Midjourney is I can have multiple of these images going at once.
It's true.
All right. Just wait. Just you wait, Nathan. You'll see. Not velvet suits, old-timey bathing suits. All right. And oh, here we go. Great. All right. Last one here. Okay. All right. Let's go to Midjourney here. Oh, it's telling me that my prompt was bad.
What?
I give up. Oh, it's because I used a parameter that isn't compliant with Midjourney.
Hmm.
Damn it. ChatGPT, why do you hate me? Okay, let's see here. Okay.
Yeah, I sent you a link in the chat that might help.
Oh, let's see. Oh, great. All right. Thank you for that. Oh, it says not found. Damn it. I give up, Nathan. Now's the time of the podcast where I give up. Let me try one last thing. Okay. All right. We're not gonna I'm not gonna give up just yet. I've come too far and I've fought too hard for this to happen.
You did such a good job on like the file photo, the Polaroid.
Yeah. And I think from there I just melted it.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're
here we
limited by the
go.
technology of our time.
I know. But Nathan, as I said before, poor craftsman blames his tools.
Yeah.
I really got to dig in here. Old-timey bathing suits. That's the one I really want to see. Okay. It's working now. I'm hearing things happening. Here we go. All right. Let's see what you got for me now, Midjourney. All right, this is odd. We have now, this is Santa Claus testifying with a parent for some reason. Because why not?
Nice.
Okay. All right. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh, I think I broke Midjourney. Oh, I think yeah, it's not letting me do anything with Hooters boys and girls. This
Well, I'd be willing
sucks.
to forego the Hooters integration as long as it's us in old timey bathing suits in the money bin. So,
Okay, good idea. Let's do one more go, and then we're gonna call it a day. Okay. They just do not like the. Okay, here we go. One last try. This is for some reason this is the one that's like gonna get me on some kind of list.
Yeah, they know what we're doing out at Mount Hooter. So
Mount Hooter. Okay. All right. I foregoed the Hooters stuff. I foregone the Hooters stuff. I
or
rephrased that.
went.
I forewent it. All right, let's see what we get here. All right. I have a lot of really cool images here of me grinding a skateboard.
Nice. Are you sipping on Go-Gurts as you do so?
Yes.
You're a cool dude with attitude.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to try one more thing on Midjourney and ChatGPT, sipping on a Go-Gurt. It's not bathing suites, it's bathing suits. Although I would like to know what a bathing suite is.
I don't.
Full body striped bathing suits.
Yeah.
Hollow dead eyes. Okay, here we go. This is going to lead to something special, I think. Yeah, I screwed up the prompt on Midjourney, and the first pass I got, it was a good start, but this is what I got. It's way too opulent. I want it to look more old-timey,
Yeah.
and I don't know why the water's in there.
And I don't think gold coins float that well.
That's not how gold works.
I know we're underwater at Mount Hooter, but
I'm gonna laugh every time I hear the word Mount Hooter.
yeah.
Ah, why is that getting rejected? I didn't even change it. I just said, okay, one more try.
But
Okay.
we had the image of us with our sweet velvet blazers. If we could just have him update that to put us in old-timey
Exactly.
bathing suits, that's all we need.
Yeah.
That's the piece of resistance for this email.
Okay, here we go. This, I think, will do it. Damn it. It's an old-timey full body bathing suit. Okay, I give up.
I wish I had your drawing to submit it as a reference image. But
I know. Look, it's not as sexy as you think it is, AI. It's actually quite the opposite.
yeah,
Uh, well, Nathan, thank you as always for joining me. And I'm sorry you spent the last 8 minutes watching me try and coax an image out of AI.
we'll get her.
Hmm.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, being an innovator takes time, and it can be frustrating sometimes. I hope nobody's watching. Yeah, nobody is. Great. It's just us. They'll see it later.
Yeah,
I'll trim out the fat here at the end. It's going to be
yeah,
fine. Well, Nathan, thank you as always for joining me and for brainstorming with me today. I feel like we've done a lot of good.
yeah. If the only thing we accomplished was Mount Hooter, it's been worth it.
It absolutely has. Mount Hooter is probably one of my favorite things to say from now. Deep within inside evil Mount Hooter.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. It was ready to go, and then it went away. Okay. Well, Nathan, God bless. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Star Wars Day.
Oh yeah, may the fourth be with you, and Revenge of the Fifth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However you choose to celebrate in your own personal belief system.
In your own way. Yeah. Happy Star Wars Kwanzaa. Yeah. All right. Take it easy, everybody.